Welcome back to the Midwest Takeoff.
I'm Troop Nation.
I'm Mila Topics, and today we have a great show in store for y'all. We are the Midwest Takeoff, where we're highlighting our artists, creatives. If you are a singer, rapper, whatever you do, we want to highlight that here. Out of the 12 states in the Midwest, if you want to talk about it, we are here for that purpose.
So today, our interviewer is Lil Jitta from Toledo.
Let's get it. Come on up. Let's give it up for Lil Jitta. Yes,
Let's go.
Yes. We appreciate you for being here with us today.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's a great day to be back at work.
Okay. I like that energy. Yeah. So, how did you come up with the name Lil Jitta?
So my family's from the South.
Yeah.
So Jit is a term used in the South a lot. My family and my friends called me it growing up, and it just stuck with me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fire. So, what got you into music?
I was a follower as a kid. I just wanted to be like all my big brothers and stuff like that. So my big brothers was making music, and I really just wanted to follow in their footsteps, but it turned into something bigger for me.
Okay.
I learned how to use it as a coping mechanism, so I really stuck with it just to stay out the way.
Okay.
And I like that term. We're definitely going to get into that. Coping mechanisms, just in general, to dealing with life or help you with your mental health and things of that nature. So we know that you're an artist, and I know you told me, Sue, that you are started really taking it serious in the last 2 years. So, talk about that journey for the last couple of years.
It's been a tough journey, It's hard to accomplish something so big that everyone is doing. So I really had to learn and take my time with actually learning and processing the fact that everything isn't going to happen at the snap of a finger.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
But it's been great, I have a really strong work ethic, I could say. I love being in the studio. I love shooting videos. I love being around other artists and other creatives. So it's something I really enjoy. So even though the 2 years has been a struggle at times, I really appreciate where I am.
You never gave up though.
You can't
kept
give
moving.
up.
Yeah, especially in this type of society, they call it like a popcorn society. Like, we want something so quick, like you said. And so we see on social media, everybody looks bigger than life. Everybody looks like this stuff happened overnight.
Facts.
And that is just not realistic in the general sense. Some people, like the average millionaire doesn't, like a millionaire, so they're like 56, I think the statistics say. So it's just like, people just see one thing and
They
then
see
that's
the finished
it.
product, but they don't see the journey that you wanted to get to where you got to go. I mean, you said you started around 2 years ago, and now look where you are now. And you have a single called, what's your single?
I'm dropping a single from my debut album that's coming out this year. It's called Poppin.
Poppin'.
It's one of my favorite songs I've done right now.
Okay.
It's a melodic sound. It's very upbeat. It gives off a lot of positivity. It's really a song about they don't see the overcoming part, but it's one of those songs where you finally appreciate where you were, and now you letting people know where you are now.
And now you popping.
Yeah, so it's really just one of those, it's like letting people know, like, all right, I had my struggles, but now y'all can see the progress through it and what's come from it.
Right. And I know you talked about your album as well, and it's called Two Different Chains On.
Yeah.
Like, definitely want to know what that is. Like, is that like two different sides to you?
Yeah, so it's really a play off of two different sides. Everybody has multiple sides to themselves as a person, but also just the reality as a black man when you have to struggle with certain things in life. I'm not proud of it, but I can say as a man, I've been to jail. I've had to fight through certain things. So this album is really just letting people know who I am as a person and letting them know that I'm okay with who I am.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's real dope. Coming from the Cleveland area, coming from Toledo, like both states or both cities, I'm sorry. What do you see the difference is as far as like how you were brought up to get you into the music scene? Is there a big music scene out there?
Yeah, I compare it to Cleveland a lot. It's really similar to Cleveland. The rappers and the R&B artists and everything of that nature is very similar in the fact of how hard people work. I always thought Cleveland had really hard workers when it came to music. We just always had a problem uplifting each other.
Yes.
So,
that's true.
Toledo is very similar. I think they have the same problem as far as helping each other out and working together, but the talent is definitely there. It's definitely there. And I see it every day. There's a lot of people that I have worked with or that I am interested in working with that I feel like have what it takes to make a difference in this industry for sure.
Change that narrative.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is a few people to change the narrative, work together, and make it bigger than what it was in the beginning, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of change the narrative, I also like to do something on the show where we say one thing that we're thankful for and one thing we love about ourselves. And it came about when I was in esthetician school and I had the women around. It's more than just about a women thing. I feel like we have to be thankful. Once you have an attitude of gratitude, that helps you have a better outlook on life. You know, it's so many negative things in the world. So every day, even if you try even once a week or a couple times a week to just say what you're thankful for, like that's something that can really change the tone in your life. And then what you love about yourself, because it's easy for us to say what we love about other things and other people and things of that nature, but not what we love about ourselves.
For sure.
So we're going to start with you.
Okay.
So one thing you thankful for?
Can I give 2 things?
You sure can.
Yeah.
Okay. First thing, I'm definitely thankful for my family, my daughter, my mom, my brothers, everybody, you know. The second thing is I'm thankful for a second chance at being able to create a new narrative for myself as a person. I feel like a lot of people, when they make a mistake, they use that mistake as an excuse to give up.
Yes.
But I'm glad that I can use the mistakes that I made in my life to better myself as a person. So I'm very thankful for that. And the one thing I love about myself is that I'm myself. Nobody else can say that they're me. So I feel like everybody in the world is different in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
And I'm just glad that God made me who I am so I could be myself.
I love that. I love that.
That's actually really fire, man.
Yes.
Originality is key. I would say that's one thing that I'm thankful for about myself is being myself and trying not to be like nobody. Like I used to see everybody in high schools and different like it's kind of cliquish or like they follow one person. I just always wanted to just do my own thing, but I got along with everybody. But I wanted to create my own path, and I'm like, okay, this is what I think. I'm gonna write it down, and anytime I write something down, it's like a contract to myself, and I got to get it done. So it's definitely I would suggest that to anybody. Like, hey, if you got a dream, you got something that you want to go to, be original. That's what makes you stand out from anybody is originality. So write it down to yourself. Create a contract for yourself. Like, okay, I want this amount of money by this time. Write it down. If you got a checkbook, write a check to yourself and just hold it in your wallet until you get that amount of money, because it's already there. It's just waiting for you to pick it up. You know, so I would say that's one thing that I like, my originality. And I'll throw a second one in there. I try to speak life into other people. That's something that I like about myself, because I see people's qualities anytime I meet them. Like, you're a library, and every time you talk, you're a book. And I say that to everybody I meet. Like, people don't understand you're the only you, right?
Yeah.
So that makes you the rarest person in the world. And so I treat people like you're the rarest person, and then that's the wild fact. You'll remember me from that.
Definitely. Before I say mine, I heard you say something about creating a new narrative for yourself, because I love that, because it's like people really try to keep you in that same what you used to be. Like,
Facts.
you know, and it's easy for them to be like, well, you did this, you did this, you did. Like, nope, everybody like to point the finger, but nobody ever like to talk about the things that they did. Like they didn't make no mistakes in life.
Yeah.
And just because they might have not got caught, or they might have, whatever, it's like they always trying to judge, or it didn't turn out the same way, or whatever. It's like people always be trying to look down on that. So I really applaud you for that. Like, seriously, for real. Because that really means a lot. And I loved hearing that. And it's like, no, we're not perfect. But for you to be able to have that self-awareness to say, you know what, let me change this. Let me not be a victim. Like, it's so many people that are just victims to that situation. I could sit here and tell you a million reasons why you should feel bad for me. A million reasons. But I don't want nobody to feel bad for me, because this is my story. Like Troop said, he called it a library. I call it a story. Like, we all, like he said, we could all write a book. Like, so that's super dope. I just want to applaud it.
Different chapters, different titles.
Definitely. What I'm thankful for.
I want to hear this. Let me hear what you're thankful for.
What I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for resilience, because I feel like it's so many things that can make me just not want to get out the bed sometimes. For real.
Yeah.
Like, it's be times
That's
like
all of us
that.
too,
And
for
I'm
sure.
like, I just don't even want to do this no more. I'm a mom, so I have 2 kids myself. I know you said you have a daughter.
Yep.
Like, I'm so grateful for them. Sometimes they even know. Like, I know you don't know yet. You're going to be a great dad, True. But sometimes, like, have you ever noticed, like, your daughter, if you're going through something, she just hug you or be, like, extra on you? Like, that's how my daughter was, like, the last couple of days. And just be like, I need you, baby. So I'm grateful for resilience and just not giving up on that part. And what I love about myself today, let's see. I like to switch it up. You know, I could be on my tomboy. I could be on my girly. I love that about myself.
Yeah, that's definitely a dope quality you got. You don't know what you got. She might jab you or she might hug you. Like, she cool though. You see that?
I was raised by my dad, so what you expect? What you expect? You know, and it's funny. My daughter is surrounded by boys too, so she's gonna be just like her mama. She's around like we have a 2-family house. It's 2 boys upstairs. I got a son. She got a brother from her dad. Only girl. All my friends got boys. She gonna be tough.
Yeah, she
got no choice.
Yeah, they not gonna touch Journey little bottom at the school. They gonna be like, "Oh, my brother." It's gonna be a gang upstairs for her. So as far as like your kid as well, I know you said have a daughter. Like, does that make you want to change the narrative? I don't know how old your baby
Most
is.
Most definitely. She's 2. Yeah, so she'll be 3 in March.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It definitely makes me want to change the narrative because I don't want her to grow up thinking that anything in particular is okay and wrong. I want her to be able to go through life, make mistakes, make choices, and be able to learn from stuff without thinking that she already knows that it's wrong or right. So I really just want her to be able to grow up and look at me and not see me for the wrongs that I was doing, but just see me for her dad. So
that's pretty fire. Would you ever put her on a song with you? Or
if she learned how to talk properly.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, Janae Aiko, she had her baby gabbling on hers.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
Why not, though? Like, that'd be different.
No, it's
like,
coming.
You know what I'm saying?
I gave my little brother a song as his Christmas present.
Yeah.
Because he want to get into rapping and stuff, so we got a little song.
Shout out to little bro.
Yeah. So I love working with my family. My mom, she's a dancer, so I have her choreograph some stuff when I got stuff going on. So I really love having my family.
Chris
in the
Brown?
loop. No, I can't dance. It skipped me. Everybody in my family can dance but
you.
me. Yeah. So I just be having to move around.
That's
right.
two-step.
You got the little jig.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I feel you.
That's pretty cool.
Don't get me started, because you know I think I'm a singer and a dancer. You know what I'm saying? I got the whole act going down pat. You feel me? We having karaoke in a couple weeks. You coming?
I can't sing.
It don't matter. You coming?
Watch, though.
You definitely coming.
You can hold a tune.
Oh, I can hold a note. Don't tell nobody that. Don't tell nobody else.
Sing.
I can hold a note. If I can hear it, I can mimic the sound. But once it goes off, it's terrible.
Listen, I'm gonna outshine everybody in the karaoke, but that's neither here nor there.
She thinks she's gonna be Whitney Houston on the mic.
Who knows? I could get signed still. We at a studio right now. Charles, you need extra singers, you know, because I might could break it down, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. Some fun, some a little, you know, more in depth. What's your most embarrassing moments? This is your time to not lie. Now I don't want you to just come up with nothing. I want you to sit in there and add, you know, think about it.
I'm usually well prepared.
Oh, really? Okay.
And this one night I went to an open mic to support a friend, and they love to call people up on stage.
Okay.
And long story short, I was not prepared. And, you know, I was freestyling and I just fumbled. I fumbled the bag, and people was like, "You did so good. You did." I was like, "But that ain't in my character." Yeah, I'm not used to not being prepared. So that was definitely one of the most embarrassing moments for me recently, because I just feel like for the people that didn't know me and that was their first time seeing me, they gonna assume that
that's what
I am. Yeah. So I feel like first impressions is everything. So
at least you ain't tripping fall. Like,
no, that would have been terrible.
That would you would have turned because you would have turned into a meme off of like real quick.
Yeah. But you know, publicity, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
No.
I would have tripped and fell off stage. I would have got a cool little 10,000 followers.
For real.
Man, I swear anything become viral nowadays. I'll be like, all right now. So I know you said like you just started taking rap seriously. But why rap? Like as far as and also, is there any other type of artistry that you're doing that like other than like art rap? Like is there poems, or you draw, things like that?
Yeah, me and Troop had a brief conversation. I was telling him I don't even want to be a rapper. I want to be an artist. I want to be able to perfect every sound that I can. I never want somebody to come to me trying to work and try to pay me for my work, and I have to tell them that I'm not capable of doing something. So I definitely want to learn how to be useful in every genre there is as far as music. So yeah, I definitely, you know, I got rap on lock. I definitely want to dib and dabble in country, you know, rock, R&B,
Okay.
everything. So
Like Lil Wayne.
yeah,
with the
I want to
rock-
be able to do
Why
everything.
not? Why not?
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, my favorite artist too.
He up there for sure.
And so with you want to try trying all these different genres, that will definitely diversify you, and you will actually expand your brand.
Yeah.
Because one thing that I learned from a Jay-Z quote is like, you are the brand.
For sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You can make the music, you can sell out and everything like that, but people also going to look at who you are as your character, who you are behind the scenes, because people like the behind the scenes shots.
Yeah.
Anyways, like, okay, what they doing after they get off the set. So I think that's a big platform. I think that's a big thing for you to do.
Yeah,
to,
and that was
branch out.
That was
Be a
a struggle
tree.
for me at first because I didn't understand the business side of music at first. I had to learn it as time went on because I thought I could go to the studio, make a song, drop it, and snap of a finger, I was going to be the next big thing, when really that's not the case. So I learned as I went on that my brand is important, just as important as the music is, because you can make good music, but if you're not selling yourself the correct way, nobody's really going to care about you. They're not going to pay
That's
attention.
very true. So you definitely got to come up with a marketing strategy for where you're from here in Cleveland, where you reside in Toledo. You got to come up with like the team. I always say team makes the dream work. So if you got a bunch of people and you always mention your family, make sure that, hey, you don't got to be every day, but, you know, shout something out. I'm putting this out. Post me.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And my family real good on that. My family supports each other real well. Now I just got to get the friends and the strangers involved.
Strangers are your best friend.
Yeah, I want the people that don't know me to be like, oh, I'm about to repost this because this is hard. I want other people to see him, even though I don't know him personally. Because that's where the real money is going to come from. Your family and your friends can always buy your song, but it's not really going to mean anything if
they know you.
Because they know you, but then you got to look at it as, for your family, the money going to go back into them. So you really not making no money. So when the people that don't know you are putting money into your pocket, it shows that you really are something, because people just not gonna spend money on you for no reason.
Right. Well, I hear you. I'm glad you got support though in general, because I even with my events, I feel like it's almost 50-50 now. Some people that don't even know me have come to my events, and that is a great feeling. Like, you don't even know me from a can of paint. You saw this on Eventbrite or somebody else's page. Like, it's super dope. And it is a great feeling, because it's like, okay, what I'm doing is motivational. It's causing some type of scene. But I swear, I was just thinking, I know y'all talking about marketing and stuff like that. I feel like it's annoying that, and I don't know if you feel the same pressure, but artists now, it's like y'all got to make any all kind of music. It's like they don't really care about the in-depth music, like people that's actually speaking something. Like if you see people like J. Cole, Wale, even
like depth to their music,
Big
for
Sean
sure.
and stuff
Big
like
Sean
that,
too,
like they underrated for real. And it's like the rappers, I ain't trying to be funny, like I'm only 28, so I'm not like saying I'm just so old, but like I don't listen to our new music. It don't even do nothing for me. Like I listen to it and I don't even feel good afterwards.
Yeah, because a lot of this stuff just sound the same.
It just sound the same, and it
sure.
sound dumb. I'm not. I can't. I do have kids, and they listen to rap. We listen to Drake every now and again. They hear cussing, but I'm not about to keep playing those songs that's talking about F this big. I'm about to I ain't doing all that. It don't fit me like at all.
For me, it's an emotion how music do for me, like because.
Sometimes it is F that hoe, huh?
I mean, sometimes it gotta be F that, you know, sometimes. But it's not an everyday thing. I'm more of a person that whatever mood I am, that's the song I go to.
I feel you.
So if I'm in a great mood and I want to be turned up, I'm gonna listen to some turned up music.
Then it's like you don't care about nothing else. Huh?
You
shaking your head.
Yeah,
because I
mean, like,
that's how I be in the studio.
Listen, life goes on, man. People be harping on so much that don't harp on the past, don't harp on downfalls, because when you harp on it, you sink.
I feel you, but my only point is have a middle. Like as an artist, do you feel like you have to be more on that side or on that way?
I definitely feel like the people want us to be on one side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But I could say for myself, I'm very in tune with who I am. So I know when I can and when I shouldn't make certain stuff. So I don't really struggle with having to make real music. I would say, like, I'm very good and very okay with putting my real life into my music, because not only is it going to help me hearing it and speaking the stuff that's bothering me, but it can also help somebody else. So I definitely love making music that I can help people relate to.
And I think that's the best thing about it, because if you can make music that people can relate to, they're gonna feel like they're part of your journey, part of your story. They're gonna feel like
they know something about you.
Like they know something about you. Yeah, facts.
And then that makes them come back for more. When they feel like they're a part of you, they want to be a part of you more and more.
So if you wanted to drop some gems for your city, what would you tell the city to do?
The same thing that every other artist has been telling the city. We just need to come together.
Yeah.
If we come together as a city, I feel like talent-wise, we can compete with those big dog cities they call them.
Atlanta and all of them, they really just accept everybody in the culture.
Yeah, and that's all it is.
So the one thing about the Midwest Takeoff, there's 12 Midwest states, right? And one thing about the Midwest podcast, the Midwest Takeoff podcast, I want to bring all that together from all these states, because you got the West Coast, you got the East Coast, everybody know about the South, right?
Yeah.
But we like
if you
we're the missing link of everything. We're the connecting dots from all these states, and so you got the Midwest, and you got all these talents on every state. Think about Detroit rappers or Michigan rappers. You got Chicago. That's all Midwest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know no rappers or talents from North and South Dakota, but that's still mess. I'm pretty sure. But you say you might want to do some country.
Enough, you can find them. You dig deep
Chris
enough.
Brown from Tallahassee. He's not a rapper, but
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
an artist.
So
you never heard of that before. I mean, we heard of it because of Chris Brown, but it's probably some country town too, for real.
And that's what I'm saying. So you got all these states that have talent, but they're trying to figure out where to go. Well, here we are. You know what I'm saying? The Midwest Takeoff is ready to take you off, and let's see where you go from here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a big advocate of seeing stars in their beginning and watch them go. You know what I'm saying?
That's the biggest thing. People don't want to believe you in the beginning stages. I remember I had said to a person, like, all I'm about to do, because my slogan is do it scared. I'm about to start doing shirts. They're like, why shirts? You know, so it'd be like, some people just kind of like, you hear your 2 cents and they don't be like, they don't see it. My first order was like 50 orders. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even say I know why I got, but like, you would be like, what? Mind blown. My first ever brunch with topics, I had like 70 people in there.
Okay.
You know, some of my events have been 30 or 40 or 50, but like for my first ever event to have 70 people, like I was taken back. Like, okay, I know I'm where I need to be at.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't even see it right away, or you might not even have a face to be like, oh, I want to do it. That's why I say do it scared, because you just don't even know what you have to tap into. Even if you only have an event and it's 10 people there, that might be 10 people in the room that need to be together that can produce something else, you know?
It's all about making connections and networking.
Oh, definitely networking, 100% about it.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know so many people.
Believe it, I've been a resource for a lot of people. I dap up. I meet people. I go, listen, I met her at a cookout, and look where we are. Like, for real. Like, I from cookouts to I went to a Spanish nightclub and met people, and like for real, like I hang out with all types of people.
For real, he does.
I do not put myself in a box. I don't have a box. Most of the things that I do, I want to see people in their light, and I'll join. As long as you're a good person, I'll come around you. I just don't mess with you. Yeah, the energy. I can tell a good person from you get it from your gut. You feel me? So I look at it like, okay, oh, this is a good person. Let me go kick it with this person, right? Go kick it with the people and see how they are, and they see who I am, because a lot of people like, oh yeah, you cool, but you'll never hear from them again.
Right.
But you'll know genuine people because they keep the cycle going.
They will, yeah.
For sure.
So, if you could have any superpower in the world,
Superhero.
what would it be?
I'd either want to be invisible or read minds.
I don't want to read minds.
I say invisible. I was thinking that.
You said invisible
just
too?
because I just want to see what y'all really saying in the room. You know, what's going on?
I use my powers for bad.
Would you?
Yeah,
Would you use your powers for bad?
invisible. I'll walk into the bank.
Oh, y'all about to go rob the bank? I didn't even think like that.
Every bank in the country.
Depleted, huh? Everything, all the money gone.
That's only if I was invisible.
That's how you.
And I said I would really.
That was my answer was to be nosy. Y'all.
I don't care what people saying about me, but
I just want to see if you really act like, you know, I mean, like on the aspect, like people act a certain way in front of you and then be completely different outside of you. That's what I meant by that.
That's definitely facts.
Yeah. Not dudes per se. You know, I'm tired of going through phones. I declare in the name of Jesus, I'm not going through no more phones.
Don't go through no phones. Listen, let people be who they are.
I ain't gonna say the last time. It was too recent.
Listen, let people yesterday.
Last week. No, literally.
Don't
About to have a
don't
therapy
let
session.
nobody disrupt your character. Like my dad always say this: if you can get over it, get over it. You know what I'm saying? And you can.
That's
because
good.
life
That's
goes
good.
on.
But at the end of the day, that phone.
Take away feelings and think logically.
What's your superpower, Mr. Logic? I want to know.
I would want to fly. Like
Fly.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I think dirt. I think birds, poop in the air. I'm about to get dust particles
Now
on my
check this
face.
out, right?
Would you rather fly or teleport?
See, now that's a tough one because
What you flying for?
I will still want to fly. I will still say fly. And the reason why I say that, right? Because if I go on a lot of airplane trips, so I see what it looks like at 35,000 feet in the air. I look out the window like,
Scary.
man. No, I ain't scared though.
No, I'm scared.
Are you
I
scared
actually,
of airplanes?
I be on planes so much, but I'm scared of heights and open
not
water.
me.
And open
So you-
water.
Open water.
So
Okay,
you're not going
I-
on no cruise either.
Nah.
I go on a cruise. I ain't been on one yet. I go
have.
on one, but I ain't.
It didn't feel like it was on like now. Some people are super. I'm actually a queasy person at times. Like I have a weak stomach for real, but I didn't really feel like I was on water. And then you really having fun. Like they got pools on there. They got comedy shows. They got art like a itinerary
been
for
on-
real.
I know it's unrealistic, but like, I
Titanic.
just, yeah, and then I
Iceberg.
just picture a whale flipping the boat over.
Man, get
A
out
whale
of here.
on a cruise.
Now,
Nah,
Lil J-
I think the
Not the whale.
megalodon's still real.
yeah,
Megalodon.
the super shark. yeah.
you know what?
Man,
Was
I
comedy's
mean-
a big thing for y'all. What is going on?
No, I understand what he's saying.
Superheroes.
No, and then listen, if you could fly, you could be anywhere in the world at your leisure. Like even with teleporting, but at the height, I just want to be.
You just want to be above everything.
Yeah, I swear if I can own a skyscraper, I'll live at the top of it. Like for real.
You know what?
I like scenery. I like
fly.
sceneries. I like views.
I
Like
don't know too many girls are gonna be flying. Their hair gonna be getting messed up. I ain't having
oh
that.
no, see y'all worried about
We
y'all
put
hair.
too much into it. It's too much thoughts. Okay. About to pay for my hair. Right? Then they like, oh, we pay to get it done. We got to sit there for 3-4 hours. No.
So you wouldn't want to fly.
That's why you got dreads now, because you don't want to do your hair.
No, that's
Why
not.
do you have dreads?
These are locks. I'm gonna put it like that. These are locks, and it is to keep me grounded. It keeps me.
All right.
Yeah, it's my antennas.
All right.
For
Why do
real.
you have your locks?
This my third time getting locks.
What's your reason just to cut it look good?
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't.
I was
no
gonna
meaning.
try to think of some
I know
real.
you was real poetic. You was about to try to hit
I'm gonna try to drop some gems real quick.
He was. No comment on it.
Nah, this is going on 3 years in the making right now for my life.
Okay.
You
whatever.
might as well lock up too.
You know what? I actually thought about it, but I like to change my hair. Like I like
You
to.
can change your hair with locks.
No, I mean you could, but I just like to change it. Like have a ponytail, slick back. I like to do. I don't really do sew-ins and all of that. Sometimes I do.
I understand.
But I don't know. I just like to switch up my hair. You don't ever know how I'm coming.
So with your album, you gonna get that Waka Flocka limb, and you just gonna be going crazy like that.
I look like a flock of lamb.
That's what they was doing. But no, it's all good.
I'm gonna try to look somewhat business-like.
Did you already have a picture?
presentable.
Or you already got the cover and all that stuff, or not yet?
I have the pictures for the cover.
The pictures. So you already did like the photo shoot and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you have somebody like on your team that's doing the creatives but behind the scenes for the photo shoots, or did you kind of create it on your own?
I really like to do everything on my own, but having other people do it. Like I want everything to be my vision, but just let the people who do that for a living perfect it.
I get what you're saying.
So for this album cover, I'm working with this guy from Canada. He's really good on the graphic design side.
Shout out Canada.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let him take my vision and really just bring it to life.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
You need that type of people around, I swear. Because when I feel like for me starting off from the ground up, ain't really no team. It's just you.
With an
You are the
idea.
team.
And then
Yeah, you are the team at
thank
first.
God that you end up finding those people around. Like, oh, you do this, oh, you do that. That's
Yeah.
why I like being in rooms too.
Yeah, for sure.
So off this album, you said Poppin' was your favorite song? Or that's
Out of the songs that people know about.
okay,
you got
okay.
some secret on there that
You got
you
some
ain't
hidden
really dropped
gems on
yet.
there.
Yeah.
You want to give a sneak preview of another song? You just give us the title.
2 different chains on.
Oh, okay, of course. Okay. You feel like you got, is it a mix of like upbeat and like some like slower songs? Or is it more like
Yeah, so it's gonna be like one of those 2-part albums you always see. It's gonna be half upbeat, half melodic, positive vibes, and
That's
then
dope.
the other half is gonna be
more deep?
more deep, telling the story, just letting people know who I am, things of that nature. Might even put a couple love songs on there. We'll see.
You know what? I like him already. I'm so tired of this. Men can love, Troop. And I know I'm telling you
I
because
I used the wrong word.
No,
Emotional song.
you know what? So you talking mess about somebody on there, aren't you? Who broke your hearts?
You don't gotta use
Where's
no
the
name.
girl?
Don't use no name,
was
brother.
And was it even in the first 10 years, or was this in elementary? I want to know.
Every year of my life.
Every year. Man.
Yeah, that's your problem. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna be his therapist.
Don't fall in love too quick. Every year.
The problem is you're not taking no break for yourself. If you don't take a break for you, for real, because I'm actually doing this now. I feel like even when I've been in a relationship in years, but I've been in situationships. And that we say they're not relationships, but they are.
What did Jada Pinkett call it?
Entanglements.
Entanglement.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's still a pool.
Entanglement. She was cheating.
Oh man.
She was cheating. Were you cheating?
I plead the fifth.
See how you first
There
came
we
off
go.
talking about she was cheating? That's all y'all want to hear. The one wrong. What was your wrong? What did you do?
I've done a lot of wrong things.
And so she cheated one time, and now you're heartbroken and you're crumpled up, sitting up on our chair talking
No,
about
Jada
your
Pinkett
emotional rap song.
I ain't get cheated on. Jada Pinkett cheated.
For sure.
But no, for real, I really am intentionally. So I did it for like 1 month, one time.
Okay.
Like, if a dude asked me for my number, be like, I'm dating myself. I did it for 1 month. That's not what.
No, that's just
Why
funny.
you laughing?
I don't know. That's
So
just
I'm about to do
funny.
that for the next 6 months. My birthday is in August. It's not necessarily why I'm doing it, but for the next 6 months, well, you already know I haven't been drinking. I know you talked about that you haven't drank. I don't know how long it's been. We could talk about that too.
I don't drink, period.
That's
That's
real good.
nasty.
That's good. And, so I'm about to add it on, dating myself. Because it's like,
understand that.
and now people always be like, well, if you know type thing. But I've never had a period. I'm 28 since I was maybe 16 that I haven't really had a relationship.
I would say love yourself first before. If I can't provide for two people, I don't need to be with somebody else. If I can't do it, like I can provide for me, but if I don't have enough resources or finances I'm not going to entertain a relationship, I should say.
Yeah, you can't love somebody else if you can't love yourself.
That's very true.
That's true.
Do you feel like you ever took a break for real, like to yourself?
Yeah, but not as long as I should have took it. Mm-hmm. I should have really went in depth of focusing on myself and learning myself more. I'm one of those type of people. I love being alone, but I don't like being alone.
I understand. I hear that time.
If I'm alone for too long, I get into my head and I start to overthink about stuff. So,
But sometimes that's a good thing though.
yeah,
When you overthink,
but you just gotta
it
find
gives
the
you
balance.
It gives you a time to process who you are, right? But say you in your head, you thinking about this, that, and the third. I would say that gives you a better chance to highlight your talents of being by yourself. Like being alone is not always a bad thing. It literally can push your album further, because sometimes, picture this: you take a girl out $200-300 date, right? Or you take $200-300 and put it towards your music. And you can be in the studio.
Yeah,
invested in yourself.
Invested in yourself. Listen,
Yes.
they will come. Listen.
If it's supposed to be, it will be.
Yeah.
They will
And
come.
that's what the sermon was about. We would have read down to the bottom of the notes. Troop Nation. It's about being in the valley. And you heard the time, I can't even think right now. Don't let me mess this up, Lord. Weeping, it may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. And being in the valley is like a symbolism for, being at your lowest right now. And during that time, we talked about that's the time you could be in preparation and being prepared for what you have next. If you don't never take that time for preparation and then you just keep moving, what he said today was from mountain to mountain. And that high of being in a relationship, that high of going to the next job, going to the next venture.
Dropping gems right now.
Then for real, then you never take that time to do that preparation.
Right.
And you just keep moving and moving and moving. But you have to take that time to be down and get your thoughts together for real.
Sure.
So, Lil Jitta, question. If you had a place to go tour at, right, where would you start off your tour? Would you start off your hometown or would you start off where you at now in Toledo? Or what's your idea of a place you want to?
If I was to start tour like right at this moment, I would start in Toledo since I'm already there.
Yeah.
But the second date, probably next day, I'm coming right to Cleveland. I feel like coming to Cleveland, depending on how that show goes, is how the rest of the tour gonna go. If I could come back to my hometown and have a successful show, then that shows me I could have a successful show anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I definitely can't wait to hear your music on all platforms. And
Definitely looking forward to it.
Definitely.
Is this your first album?
Under my label, yeah. Under your label? So last year on my birthday, I dropped a mixtape called Rockstar. It was really just me putting my foot in the door. Just
testing the waters.
Yeah, just testing the waters, seeing what I could do for myself, the limits I could reach. So yeah, but this one, this album is definitely gonna be 10 times better, because I understand a lot more now. So I'm very appreciative of that.
If you want to tell the people how to follow you and how to contact you, you know,
you can follow me on all social media at Lil Jitta. Instagram is lil.jitta, Twitter Lil Jitta straight through. That's really it. YouTube, Lil Jitta, Spotify, Apple Music. My music's on all platforms. My single Poppin is dropping this Friday. It's gonna be the first single off my album. But yeah, that's really it.
Let's get it. And like we're gonna do on every show.
Okay.
True.
Let's go.
We're gonna do a mental health check. And I always stated with, we always talk about we're good, we this, we that. But mentally, how do you really feel like right now with, I know you said you don't like really being alone, or you feel like you're in a clear space right now? Do you feel like you're in a hopeful space, or how do you feel mentally?
I have a lot of mixed emotions. There's one day where I'm feeling real high, there's another day where I'm feeling real low, but I'm very appreciative because my daughter just keeps me going, no matter if I'm feeling high or I'm feeling low, I know I gotta be there for her. So it always brings my energy right to a good balance of where I know I could get stuff done. And recently I learned a quote. Someone told me, you don't drown because you fall into the river. You drown when you stay submerged in it. So that really spoke to me, because I know I'm a have my lows, but as long as I could pull myself back up, everything gonna be all right. So I'd like to say I'm doing good just off the simple fact that I'm alive, that I'm a free man.
Yeah.
So no matter if I'm having one of those lows, I'm gonna always have a high, because you can't beat being free.
I know that's right.
You definitely can't beat.
That's what we said. Keep breathing. That's what the pastor said today. Sometimes that's all you can do, for real.
Keep breathing.
And as far as coping mechanisms too, I know you said music was one of them. For me, I have a Do Not Disturb day every Thursday. Everybody knows they have a 24 hours.
Every Thursday, she's for real. Don't call her on a Thursday.
Don't call me. Don't text me. I don't go on social media. She won't answer. I'll try. Do you have any other coping mechanisms that you use?
I mean, you look pretty tall. You hoop.
I used to. I go play basketball here and there, but the studio or something music related always gonna be my first. Yeah. So I'm usually in the studio almost every day. Okay. I live in there, so that's really it.
Well, just all I try to say is just a takeaway. Try to even find one thing that you could do in general, like every day. I either try to, at least out of the three, either it's journaling, meditation, or working out. I'm like, I gotta do at least one of these three every single day. And even like affirmations and things of that nature. Just try your best to, because mental health to me was not talked about often. That's why I asked Troop, could it be a part of our show too? Because you sitting here laughing with us today and could be gone tomorrow. We don't know what nobody's demons are, what nobody is battling, what traumas people are dealing with every single day. So that's why I asked, especially for y'all men, y'all keep it in like so heavy, and it's so important to have more than one just outlet. I have my kids, but I even try, like of course there's a reason why I'm going, but I'm like, I want to be going for me too. So I try to find other things to tap into.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. And I appreciate that, because it's definitely something that's overlooked a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, for sure.
No problem.
Okay, well, I definitely want to thank you for coming to the Midwest Takeoff, man. Lil Jitta, man, y'all stay tuned and look out for him.
Album.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Midwest Takeoff podcast. I'm Troop Nation.
I'm Mila Topics. We appreciate each and every one of you for viewing the show. Please like, share, subscribe, repost. We appreciate y'all.
Stay tuned in.